Hey out there. Sorry for the informalities and the faceless video, but I'm just kind of jumping into this world and getting used to things and finding my footing, and it's a little awkward and stressful, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm trying to get used to making some videos and talking through my readings, so this is kind of like a test, and let's see what happens. Okay. So let's jump into it and see what this collective is feeling right now. Finality, farewells, leave behind, closure, something ending, pain, oh, a painful ending, okay. A couple more, chasing, pursuit, toxicity, resilience, one more, okay, two more, three more, okay, wow, okay. Divine masculine, longing and clarity. That's a lot for the top row. Okay. I don't usually do that many in the top, but I don't make rules. Alright. So this collective, something is ending or has ended. Obviously painful. Divine masculine. We're gonna clear all this up. Let's clarify finality. Finality. Spine. Huh. Could have been spying and it caused an ending because of what you found. Or the other way around. Someone is spying on you. Caught it? Memories? Notice these are also like grayscale. Making me feel like there's these are the only two colorful cards and they're purple. I don't know why this grayscale is making me feel like things are very muted right now, except for the chasing and the clarity. Purple could be significant. It's my favorite color. But yeah. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. So this is making me feel like pain of an ending because you're not ready yet. The memories spying though for the finality. Could have been the last straw, going over memories of things like that. We'll clarify more. One more for pain. Possibilities. Yeah, I think there's pain in you thinking or thought one day this would have possibilities, but from whatever you found, from memories and what you found, or what this person, it could be the other way around. I'm gonna have to get deeper. This is just what's around you right now. Chasing. Fantasy. Oh man. So it's you feel like you're chasing a fantasy because that's what I'm feeling. You were chasing this fantasy of something one day, but the pain of this is clouding the possibilities. Divine masculine. Oh, okay. Soulmates. Oh, okay. Wow. So, whoever this divine masculine is, and it doesn't have to be a male. Energy is masculine, feminine. It doesn't have to do with gender. So, whoever this divine masculine is that you're seeing is, you're seeing as your soulmate, or you did. This perspective could be changing on that. We'll get more. Longing. Craving, aching, wanting, nourish. That seems like you are, I mean, with all this, you're looking to yourself right now. You want to focus on what the hell it is that you really want. Clarity. That's good. Longing for self-growth, for soul finding, longing to heal yourself, longing for that nourishment, that soul nourishment. Clarity. Shocking. Clarity, truth, intentions, honesty, shocking, turmoil, trouble, unexpected. I think that's linked with this. I think there was some sort of literal shocking clarity. That's immediately what I felt. Shocking clarity is to this, whatever this spine you found out is. And the spine could be on a memory. That came to my mind very, very clearly, that some sort of memory, my guess is via social media or something, that came up and was a shocking revelation, making you, obviously causing you pain, causing you to question the possibilities of one day and your perspective on whether this person is your soulmate or not, thinking you're clinging to a fantasy and wanting to, go inside yourself, figure this out. Wow. Okay, let's see what I want here. Tarot. Okay. First row, spine, memories. Six of Pentacles in reverse and Page of Wands. Six of Pentacles in reverse is like unequal give and take. Could be taking more than you're giving more than you're taking, one way or the other. Page of Wands is more like a creative endeavor, something, starting something new, a new perspective, a new perspective. I think there's imbalance on the perspective of what was spied on. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, sorry. So, the Page of Wands, this is like I said, like a creative, like burst, like ideas. And with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it's kind of, that's like, I'm feeling like the ideas that you have about whatever this is imbalanced. It's not being seen correctly. It's not, the ideas that are going through your mind or this person's mind are imbalanced. They're not grounded in anything firm. Pain, second row, one day, possibilities. Five of Swords. Yeah, that's like really being in your head, to your own detriment. You kind of have these ideas being squawked into your head here, you know, and it's like, why? And these ideas are only causing pain, literally pain to others, even if we can't see it. So I think the thoughts that you're having, it's painful to think about the things you might be giving up. Oh, just one more for the Five of Swords. One. Okay, literally just one. So I mean, it seems like there's a lot of things going through your mind right now. Just one. Okay, I guess we're getting fucking two. Sorry, excuse me. Five of Wands in reverse. Five could be important. And the Nine of Cups. This is. Nine of Cups is like wish fulfillment, like finally feeling like you have all your cups full, and you know it's a really happy, joyful, fulfilling card. Five of Wands in reverse. With the Five of Swords, it's making me feel like there's resistance to talk about the pain, the possibilities, what is to work together to figure it out. You just kind of, in your head about it, and you've made your decisions. You got this imbalanced perception of what is going on, and you can't work. Whatever it is, it's got you so in your head that you don't even want to compromise to figure out how to get back to that. But it will get you back to that if you just. Seems like something just has to be cleared up. Again, I don't know if this is this collective or the person in your energy. Chasing fantasy. Oh, bird just hit the window. The Hermit in reverse with chasing and fantasy. The Hermit in reverse is like kind of, I don't want to say refusing to look within, but I guess it kind of is like refusing to look within, not seeing the lesson or the healing opportunity that this could be. Chasing the fantasy. Yeah, it's like I think to me it makes me like you feel like you're suddenly alone. Like you were chasing this fantasy you thought was going to be the Nine of Cups. Your soulmate, divine masculine. You thought, you thought it was going to be all that, and now you think you're just kind of you're stuck thinking that it was all for nothing. It was all not that, and you've kind of put yourself alone in this thought process, this mental prison kind of. It's giving me like Eight of Swords vibes. One more for chasing fantasy. Emperor in reverse. I mean King of Wands. Sorry, King of Wands in reverse. Yeah. So that's like being kind of prideful. Again, I think it ties back to this, like where you're not willing to discuss what happened. For some reason I'm hearing you might have found out about like a previous marriage or something that wasn't mentioned. Not currently married, but a previous maybe serious relationship or something something that you didn't know about, and you feel like it should have been something that you knew about. Or maybe you saw something involving one of these previous relationships or a marriage that has you in a lot of self-doubt about your connection with this person. But you shouldn't let someone's previous relationship dictate really anything about your relationship. Just my advice. Okay, perspective, divine masculine. Such an awkward setup right now. It feels like such a dingleberry. Ah! Too many. This one. Oh my god. Got a lot to say, huh? This one for divine masculine. Oh. Devil in reverse. Wow. Devil in reverse. That. Hold on. Okay, sorry. So this devil in reverse. The devil in reverse, and as a side note, you or this person could be Capricorn or an Earth sign. But just the energy of the card in reverse, it can mean you're letting go of certain addictions or bad habits, which to me, the other, it could also be kind of like refusing to see your role in a negative, circumstance. But I mean, that could be you refusing to see that your perspective on this is wrong. That or I'm really, I am feeling more like it's like you're trying to let go of this perspective because of the pain it's causing you right now, to hold on to it, because you're trying to find healing right now. Like you're trying, but I feel like you're trying to find it. I don't want to say in the wrong way, but by kind of, to me, it's more avoiding the problem and just saying like, oh my god, well, this isn't gonna work. Like, how can it work now? That that's it. It is what it is now, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But let's keep going. Devil in reverse. One more. Six of Cups. Yeah. So let's like reminiscing, nostalgia, learning from the past. I'm feeling. I feel like you're now questioning the memories. You have memories over here too. And I feel like you're letting your nostalgia with this person become clouded with the nostalgia or the past that they had with this other person, and whoever this other person was that they were with, or that you were with. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is you or your person. But it's making you feel like their previous relationship was better in some way, and it's messing with how you're seeing your relationship, but you're not talking about it with this person too. I'm feeling like the spying is, they don't know that you found out. This could, no, that I still feel like has to do with that first row. So longing, nourish. Oh, Jesus. No, that's too many. Listen. You know, it seems like there's a lot going on in this collector's mind right now because these cards want to come flying out. So maybe it's not just one thing you found out. Maybe there's a lot of things. Maybe you came across old messages or something to them and it's making you feel. Two of Wands. Oh, that is like, within that row, that's making me feel like you are really considering whether or not to walk away and take time to yourself. To start something new for you, which, honestly, if this person is your divine masculine and there's something making you feel this way, you could, and you know that it's triggering you, that could be what you need, is time alone. One more for that row. One more. One. Here we go. We're getting to that. Just one, please. Let's drop a home there. Alright, two. Queen of Wands and Strength in reverse. Yeah. You don't know. Right now, this collective, you don't know if you have the strength. You're not trusting in yourself. You're feeling a little stuck. Queen of Wands in reverse, she can be a little like, like she knows what she's doing, even though I don't know how to, kind of like, whatever. I don't need this. I know what I need. Like, I know what I need to do. Like, that kind of attitude. Like, but you don't. You're not sure. You need some kind of self-healing, some kind of, something in that regard, but you just don't know if you have the strength to do what it is you need to do, to either to walk away and take some time by yourself or to try and fix this, but in your mind you're thinking like, well, whatever, it is what it is. I don't care, like, I got this. That kind of attitude. But you're not really feeling confident in yourself and your thought process and your your way forward right now. Clarity, shocking. What is so shocking here? What was found out? What was the shocking clarity? The Hierophant is. I want one more for that. Empress in reverse. Okay. So maybe I'm hearing this because of the Empress in reverse. Because the Empress in reverse is kind of like, she could be infertility, or that kind of is sticking in my mind now, the infertility, because it could also be like a lack of empathy, a lack of wholeness, a lack of, loving yourself, a lack of, that. But I don't know why when I said infertility, I usually don't take the Empress card to the pregnancy realm, even though it is designed for that as well. But for some reason, I am. And this is like the Hierophant. That's like, to me, this row is saying this is just another card of revelation, like finding, finally seeing something clearly, seeing, you know, you finally got that sight. But so I think that's just confirming the shocking clarity. But with the Empress in reverse, I heard infertility clearly, so I'm wondering if it makes me feel like maybe there was a pregnancy in a past relationship that didn't follow through, whether by choice or not, and that could have been the reason for the finality in the previous relationship, and now it's making you question whether they left that person and I think the spying memories, I think I'm seeing clearly someone finding either old messages, old posts, that are very nice, very loving, very caring, um, and maybe if infertility or a loss of a child was or loss of a pregnancy was an issue, it has you wondering if questioning kind of your own relationship with this person, where you thought they were your soulmate, but now finding this out has really put a wrench in your perspective of the relationship. Which, if this person wasn't telling you about the loss of a pregnancy or something along those lines, I'm I'm feeling like it was either very recent, and they're the type that doesn't talk about things, but that's a big thing to not, which makes me feel like it was a lost pregnancy, not a lost child. Um, I don't know. But even that's a hard one, because losing a child with someone, it can tear up a relationship. It can absolutely break a relationship. But even if it ended because of that, and there was, and not because of a lack of love per se, I think that's what's scaring this collective. You're seeing these old happy memories and knowing that there was a loss that caused the breakup, and it's making you feel like you're kind of like, uh, I don't want to say a rebound, because I don't think it would have been that quick after, but kind of like a rebound, like a backup plan. But I think you're seeing it wrong. To me, I'm getting the feeling that it's not a misunderstanding, but making mountains out of molehills is what I want to say. And I hope that doesn't upset anybody, but we all do it sometimes. And losing a pregnancy is not a molehill in life. It's a very, very serious thing. But if you're spying on old memories and old things, and instead of letting this person come to you, it's almost making me feel like this, either a conversation needs to happen or separation if that's what you need to take time to come to terms with this and work through your own trauma or anxious or abandonment issues to this. Because if this person, and from what I can see here, it doesn't seem like this person has ever given you any reason to think negatively of them or think that they would leave you or anything like that. Like, you thought they were your soulmate. Now you're thinking you're chasing a fantasy. You have the pain of thinking the possibilities of one day. This person was good to you is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a very good, like you said, if you saw caring memories, you'd be with a caring person. It seems like the only thing getting away right now is your own, I guess, ego. Kind of like, oh, they must have been better than me then. Well, how am I going to compete with that? And it's not a competition. It's not, everyone, we all have our own stories and people that come into our lives for reasons, and it's not a competition. It's just life. And yeah. So let's see. I love these shadow cards, but let's see more about the spine, the memories, the finality. Let's see. Oh, just one. Got a lot to say today. Some days I can't get anything to come out. Some days the whole deck wants to fall apart. It's like, and sometimes things just work out. The fox. Enigma, adaptability, shaped shifting. I think adaptability, I feel like this is what the universe wants you to try and do. Adapt, shapeshift, to try and do that to your mindset, to these ideas that are in your head about, what was found. And again, I keep saying you, like you're the one, so I keep correcting myself, saying that it could be the other person, but the fact that I keep going back to say this collective, you, I'm feeling like this is something you found out. Oh, okay. Mask. Duality, protection, caution. I think that's you right now holding back that you found out this information and trying to still put on a happy face because you don't want it you don't want necessarily to walk away from this, to let go, but there's a lot going on in your head right now. Chasing fantasy. So you're just having to kind of pretend your way until you... So this collective, if this is resonating with you so far, and don't make the details fit, you would not have confronted this person about what you found out yet. This would still be something you're hiding. That's still in your head. Chasing fantasy. So if you're the type of person where you find something out, you go stalking and spying, and you find something out that you don't like, and you immediately start messaging that person screenshots, this and that, what is going on, this is not your collective. And as a side note, anybody who is doing those kind of things in their relationship, that's not healthy. Sorry. You can't trust your person to not go through their past without talking to them about it and looking for answers yourself. Then that's not a healthy relationship dynamic. Sorry, I'm going to be honest. Not here to sugarcoat anything for anybody. We are here to heal. And we heal with the truth. Okay? You wouldn't be here listening to these, or this reading, or anything that I'm going to offer if you were not ready to hear the truth, to face it, to face your shit. Sorry, I swear a lot. I need one for chasing. Oh, whoa, no. Like I said, mayhem. Also, shuffling is such an awkward because oh boy, that just flew the fuck out. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we're gonna take this one, because it flipped up. It's the only one that flipped up. Okay. Oh. All right. The labyrinth. Among the confusion of the twisting turns and the endless chase, will I find myself in the heart of this maze. Grim Reaper. In the realm of twilight where shadows converge, the Grim Reaper's scythe guides souls to the verge. The Grim Reaper with the labyrinth. That's interesting. This deck, I love this deck so much for shadow work. But I hate that there's no actual guidebook. It's all digital, so to read, I would have to like bring up my laptop and stuff to like read these descriptions to you. Because I'm obviously using my phone to do this. But the labyrinth, obviously, the labyrinth really is self-explanatory. It's representative of your mind right now, which really backs this up. And the Grim Reaper, this Hermit in reverse, that's this maze right now that you're in your mind. And your pride is keeping you clinging to things that no longer serve you, that aren't serving you here. You think you're chasing a fantasy, and now you're stuck in this maze of should it end, should it, is this even worth it anymore, or should I just leave? But you're not saying anything out loud. It's all in your head right now. This poor collective, you're probably like, you're battling your self-worth right now. That's what this collective is doing. Oh, Jesus. Okay, too many again, but one. The carnival. Abandoned carnival. What once was vibrant remains now silenced and still. This place held laughter even if now no one could believe. Sorry. Tongue-tied, and my Invisalign is makes me have a lip. This really is like tying into the nostalgia. Where there once was happiness, laughter, it's like you can't believe there is anymore. You're feeling like this now. Your perspective has changed from remembering all the good things and your happy memories and everything that's happened so far. So it makes me feel like this isn't a very new relationship. I'm going to say less than a year. A few months to less than a year, because it doesn't feel like the honeymoon phase anymore. That's not the vibe I'm getting, that love bubble feel. I'm not feeling that. But I'm feeling like there was something stable happening. And now you're feeling like it's all for nothing. Longing, nourish, this row. What's the deal here? The block or the... This row. This lack of strength. The need for self-care. That is true. You need to look at yourself and see that you deserve better than to be stuck in this thought process. You can break free of these habits of thinking the worst and not wanting to get the answers, letting it stew in your mind and overtake you. necromancy. Trust me, I know all about that. Um, Amidst the whispers of the dead, where mysteries are spread, what should have been gone still here remains. Exactly. It's you're thinking, you're wishing that whatever this feeling. I'm trying to explain this. You're like, no, like this that should have been over. Why is this still here? Like why um in your head it's like it's still like there's in your head it's almost like they're still together. Like you're seeing it as there not no closure. Um so you're like, how could this beginning possibly happen if something else never ended? Um that's what you're thinking right now, and you're wondering how to fix that. Clarity, shocking. Nymph. In this mundane world now I roam. Inside this concrete jungle, where is my home? That. I'm gonna get one more for that. Because that's giving me a very, like, lost feeling. Like, because of this and this, it's. I don't know how to explain this feeling I'm having. It's like, this is like the feeling of this is what it's going to be like now. This is how, uh, this is my new normal. Like, how do I, where do I even belong now? Where, you know what I mean? Like, where's my place? You're feeling like you don't have a place. Oh, one more for that. Like, it's almost like you know, there's nothing you could do to change that situation. If, um, you know there's nothing you could do, so how do you move on from that? How do you move on from knowing about such a powerful and, loving previous relationship that had a very hard um, aspect to it that ended it, and really that's not something you could fix. So it's like you feel stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, yes, I don't want I don't want to say you don't feel empathy, which is kind of what this is reflecting. Like, almost like you're like not considering the fact that this person may have lost something. It's almost like you're focusing on what it's going to do, what it's doing to your relationship, but it's only doing it to your relationship in your head. I collected that will make sense and probably be a little triggering, but that's what we're here for. Love you, but we have to grow. We have to see where we need to grow. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to feel like you did something wrong all your life. We just grow. We just grow here. Okay? Let's get one more for Nymph. You don't want to give me anything. Okay, I'm feeling like that's all they want to say about that. Oh, just as I missed. Key. Sharp insight, opportunities, hidden potential. I think that is telling you that the key to this is the hidden potential opportunities. These are a chance for you to do something different. So if in the past, I feel like this collective in the past, if something, I don't want to say like this, maybe not as serious as this, but if a situation has come up in the past where there a conversation need to be had to clarify something, or you found something out, and instead of talking to the person about it, you just kind of jump to your own conclusions. The overthinking goes into overdrive. You know, all the worst case scenarios, every case scenario goes through your head. You know, 1,000 miles a minute, and you just kind of go with that. You don't bother to clarify because you're like, well, I've thought of everything. It's got to be one of those things, and none of those things are good. You know, so you just kind of leave it at that, and there's really never any resolution or closure. And I think this opportunity is hidden potential. It's telling you have the opportunity to change this. To this is your key to changing this aspect of yourself. Because, like I said, there's nothing here indicating that the relationship you're in is negative in any way. I don't want to say no relationship is perfect. Okay, let's not have that illusion, but it seemed healthy, is what I'm saying. Other than this, so that's why I think this is a relationship that's rather new, but not new. Because I think you know each other enough to have these feelings, to have felt like this, and you know, those possibilities one day. You know, there was this, but the fact that there's still something like that that you didn't know of, that you had to spy to find out, makes me feel like it's not very long relationship. Because sometimes, you know, things like that happen to people. It's not always the first thing you want to bring up in a relationship unless you know it's gonna go further. So my guess, I feel like this is something you found out before you were meant to, but not that you weren't supposed to. And that's where your mind is going. Like, why didn't he tell me this? Why, or I say he, doesn't, you know, doesn't have to have been a he. Why didn't this person tell me this? Why am I finding it this way? Why am I seeing, you know, and because it didn't come from them, that's where all this overthinking comes. But that's, sorry, that's your fault. Spying and looking for information, that's, eventually the universe is going to give you something that's going to fuck you up. Sorry, but they're going to let you know. All right, I'm going to get one more deck, because I really like this one. It's, but let's see. This is, like universe, inner wisdom compass. Oh, there's one flipped up already. Sorry. Okay. Let's get one for this first row here. Generational curses. Rise above your past and allow the cycle to end with you. So, generational. I hate to say your whole family is like that, where they, like I just explained, where you kind of avoid the conflict. But they could be. It could definitely be a family trait. But this is meant, you are meant to stop this cycle of this behavior, this, you know, this outlook. That's good. Second one, pain, one day possibilities. Mask. There we go. Again. Nothing? Oh, something flipped in there. Alright. Empowered. Be empowered today to take back control of your own life and your destiny. Yeah. Take off this mask. Stop hiding and beating yourself up with all these, you know, these thoughts that are not serving you to get to back to this where you were. Empower yourself with you know, you believe in this relationship. That's what it feels like. You believe in it, and that's why it's so hard for you to decide whether you need to leave and look at and take, quote unquote, take care of yourself. Which, if you do have issues like this to get over, it might not be a bad idea to spend some time by yourself, really digging into that and really looking at your triggers in yourself and spending some time with that, understanding that, integrating that into your. We heal from that, okay? It's never just gonna go away. I mean, absolutely, you could get to a point where you no longer, overthink and worry and feel like you need to, spy or check on someone. But we don't always. Healing isn't making things go away or stop. It's just getting better at them, getting better with dealing with them, getting better with our emotions, our actions, and you have a chance to heal yours. And maybe being by yourself for a little while can help you with that. But that's really up to you. As far as breaking, I feel like a conversation needs to happen first. But that's you. That's you have to choose to use that key. You know what I mean? To break that curse. And kind of see what happens. Trust. No mud, no lotus. Take a note from the beautiful lotus which defies the mud and murky water to rise to the water's surface to show its beauty. Overcome adversity by blooming where you are. This isolating, this stubbornness, this being stuck in a maze and not knowing where to go and thinking things need to end, thinking you're chasing a fantasy. You can't have this without the mud, without the, there are certain things that we have to heal through together. Sometimes people trigger us, of course, especially soulmates. And I know Twin Flame didn't come out, which I'm actually happy about, but soulmates is another, they trigger us and cause us to face our flaws, our shadows. But that's how we grow. That's how we become closer. So no mud, no lotus, right? You gotta face the shit. So speak up. Yep. Is this person probably gonna be mad at you because you spied on them and found out something before they were ready to tell you? Yeah. I mean, and probably rightfully so. And maybe that will cause a little bit of needing to walk away and really heal and look at, the consequences of what your insecurities do to a healthy relationship. And again, that's not meant to be judgmental or insulting in any kind of way. We all have had to go through this battle or need to. Everybody has things like this that in their relationships that they can do better. Okay, so let's we're just being honest here. We're here to heal. Like I said, not here to judge, not here to tell you, make you feel like a bad person, like you've messed up your whole. No, nope. Look, sometimes things just suck, and just gotta go with the suck. Move on. Yes. In order to gain closure and healing for ourselves, we must move on from things, people, and situations we cannot change. So your perspective changing this, let go of this perspective of you versus their old connection. Okay, move on from that. It's not serving you. It's not. There is no indication here of anything malicious, like behind the back, like cheating. There's nothing. This was healthy. Like you had a 9 of Cups here. You know what I mean? That's happiness. That's having your own cups and knowing exactly who you want to let drink from. Like, you know what I mean? It's having kind of like your shit together emotionally. But, I mean, not with the 5 of Wands there, because that's struggle. That's, competition. So, But move on. You got to move on. You need to move on from this. You need to let what's going to happen. Be empowered. Break your curses. You can do it. It is going to suck. It sucks to hurt the person you love when you know you've done something that could be considered a betrayal or something like that. Of course it's hard. You don't want to, but it's necessary. And the people who matter and are meant to stay in your life will see that as a sign of respect, not betrayal. Will they probably still have a reaction to it and maybe need some time or an apology or something along that's of course. But this person, if they're your soulmate, divine masculine, 9 of Cups, they're gonna want to make this work. They're gonna want to try to see from your perspective too, and try to work this out. And see that from your perspective, it is a very shocking, thing to find out, and can be confronting and make you feel a little less than, when you see that a previous relationship of your partner's was, had that thing not happened, would they still be together? That's the main thing that goes through your head. Like, am I just here? Are we only together because that happened? Okay, and that's a thought you have to move on from, because they made their choice in their relationship. Whatever happened there was meant to happen for their story, for both of them to grow. It has nothing to do with you. So, oh, that's a lot. Let's move on. Okay. Next, well, let's see what the universe wants to give you for advice here. The universe wants you to figure it out, I think. Oh, God. That's too much. What's happening right here? Okay. Wow, this is going really well for my first time, huh? God damn. Sorry. Oh, okay. Be realistic. Get your head out of the clouds and begin seeing things the way they really and truly are. Walking through life wearing rose-colored glasses only leads to pain, embarrassment, and loss. Okay, so I don't think it's not the rose-colored glasses you need to get rid of. That's let's be realistic. What I think, be realistic about what's going on. It's not an attack against you. It's not a secret kept from you for malicious reasons. It's, it's deeply personal, and I think it's something that needs to be looked at realistically. Exactly. You can't pretend that this isn't going to hurt one way or another. It will, to talk about. It's going to hurt your person to talk about it. It's going to hurt you to hear about it. And then that hurt that you both feel and you get through together, and come to a basically on the same level with where you understand each other's hurt. It's going to make you so much closer. And then that's what's going to start chipping away at this fear you have of speaking up when something needs to be spoken about. And I feel like a lot of times not speaking up is because the way it was found was a little, maybe not so honorable, let's be honest, but I think this is going to change that for you, because if you use that key, and you be realistic, and you try to fix this the right way, the realistic way, with conversation and honesty, I think you're going to find that it's only going to bring you closer, and that's what's going to break this generational curse here. It's going to break this mindset of, oh, well, I found this out, I'll just run. You know what I mean? Like, last row. Last bit of advice from this deck. Oh, that was one that was at the front at the beginning. Oh, pearls before swine. Be careful who you give your best self to, for the wrong people will take you for granted and are unworthy of your gifts. Save your best for those who will genuinely appreciate you, what you have to offer, and return the kindness. Yes. So, be careful who you give your best self to. To me, I feel like that's needing to give your best self to you. And you know, I don't think anybody here is taking you for granted. I don't, that's not the vibe I have here. Save your best for those who will generally, save your best. It makes me feel like this person is what's making you want to break that. Because you don't, like I said, you're at a crossroads here. You don't know if you want to go or stay, or what. You're kind of like, you're ready to run, but you're like, ugh. You know that you shouldn't. And you know that this person does genuinely appreciate you and what you have to offer and will return the kindness for your honesty. Okay? I want to get... this is what I want. I'm trying to decide if I want to go for my... Yeah. I just want to see what kind of animal energy. I don't know if I want to go for the animal energy or the archetype. Maybe I'll do both. Let's see what kind of animal energy the universe sees you as in right now. What your energy is right now. Your animal energy. Stingray. Okay, I gotta get the little booklet. And it did come out upside down, but let's see. Stingray. Here we go. Stingray. Developing confidence, sense of self, or a spine. Stop it! Developing a spine, and look, it's a really pretty rainbow spine too. I love that. Rainbows could be significant to you, or maybe you just saw a rainbow as a way to connect you to this, or you will see a rainbow. The Stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the Stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new, challenging and uncomfortable and unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again as the true. That's the other thing. If you choose to walk away without using this key to change these cycles, it will repeat. It will keep happening. Not in the same way. It could be different people. It could be different. But you will never overcome it, and it'll just keep getting worse. Where was I? No matter what choice is made now, and it is inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again as the force of Dharma growing within the Stingray is too strong to ignore. When in balance, the Stingray is eager and wants to grow, which I feel like is represented in here. You do this nourishment. You want to heal. You want this to go away. You want to not feel this way. You know, at some level, that you're not being very realistic with it. You're kind of being, I don't want to say selfish, but that's kind of the way it's, we'll say selfish, but I don't mean it as harsh as that. When out of balance, you blame others and you quit. Exactly. Not blaming, but kind of seeing this other person, this other relationship as like, well, if that happened, this person still I have no chance. It's there. If this didn't exist, we would be fine. Like it's a hard thing to say. Blame. You don't really want to blame someone for losing something like that. Okay, to bring into balance, move through the discomfort. Move through the discomfort. Do the hard thing. Don't be afraid. I mean, be afraid, of course. Fear motivates us. It's okay. But the fear of not doing this should be greater than the fear of doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you should be more afraid of not taking action and nothing changing than you should be of what will happen if you finally do something different. And I think this is your chance, your key to do something different. Wow, I really like that reading. I mean, obviously, this collective has things to work through. We all do. That's why we're here. But that's, like I said, that's why we're here. Don't leave this reading feeling like you are failing at something or you need to be ashamed of your behavior. This isn't for that. This is, all right. Yeah. This is what I do. This is what I did. It sucked. I don't want to do that anymore. That's the kind of mindset I think we're going for, or you're headed to. You know what I mean? That's awesome. I love that. Okay, well, I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to wring that shit out. Sorry, excuse me. That was lovely. And with that, I think I'm going to end it here because that was my first attempt at a video, and I hope it helps someone. And as we go along, we will get to know each other better, and I will get better at this whole like setup and whatever format. And we're in this together, okay? So we're gonna fuck up, and we're gonna have to figure things out, but we got this, okay? Together. I love you guys. You are magical.